Yes. Yes. Peanut. Yes. They're behind you. Yes. So you can see that I'm not asking Peanut for an SIT. Yes. But I am marking for any behavior that is an improvement from the jumping, the nipping, yes, and barking. So I will mark and reward for a sit as long as it's her choice, because that is still a free behavior that I find desirable. Yes. I don't have the door open right now, which is typically more difficult for her because my son and my dog are being really loud, and so I want you to be able to hear the video. Yes, and I really missed it right there when she was looking for food. I should have marked that as well and treated. Yes. And then you may hear my dog, who has FOMO, barking when I open this door, but I want you to see how her, yes. And the door is all the way open and I am still standing in front of it. And I'm hoping you can see this. I don't want to get too far out of the way in case I do need to block her. Yes. But now she has access to go, yes. Hi, good girl. Very nice. Now I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm going to engage with her and pet her. Good job. Peanut, Peanut, come on. Yes. And I don't want her to go inside until she's calm. But I'm not going to correct that choice that she just made to run inside, because as soon as I called her back to me, she came back. So for the marking and rewarding for free behavior, we are really rewarding a process of her making calm decisions. Any decision that is not crazy behavior, we're going to reward. Standing and looking at me, absolutely, mark and reward. If she were to choose to go sniff out in the yard, I would mark and reward. If she were to, yes, if she were to come up and sniff my shoe, or yes. So she's coming closer to me, but she's not jumping. I'm going to squat down to make it a little bit harder. Yes. And you saw there, she started heading toward the door and she stopped to check, like, hey, wait a second. Am I going to get a treat if I look at you? Absolutely. And this is fun for her because she is a thinker. But sometimes when she's very, very anxious and wants to get something done, the obedience positions make her feel, well, I don't know how she actually is feeling, but they add to her anticipation, which, even though it can feel good, it is still releasing cortisol and stress. And so it's adding to the overall picture of anxiety. And that doesn't mean she's like panicking anxiety. It just, you can see her physically. She's vibrating and she's like, oh my gosh, I know I'm eventually going to hear the word break and get released from this sit. And then it's going to be time. So it's like a slingshot sometimes. That doesn't mean you don't want to keep working on her obedience. It just means during transitions, the goal is for her choices, her free behavior, for us to shape it toward anything calm. Because that's ideal. You want to be able to open your door and your dog walks in, hangs out with you, whatever. Yes, and there we go. And that's so much better. And you can also see that I'm not having big parties with her. When I pet her, it's very calm, relaxing. I will do a set of like bullet points for this, and a couple behaviors that you can look for, like some examples of behaviors that you really maybe want to jackpot when she's doing them. Oh, you're a good girl. And so she's getting a little wild, so I'm just going to stand up. And I'm probably pushing her a little too far because I want you to be able to see an example of it. She also sees my son through the glass door and really likes him. So I'm just going to wait for, yes. And that's what you want to catch. I'm not going to wait for anything extraordinary. The criteria is now lower because the behavior she was doing before that was leading up to the frantic jumping, the hopping, like you saw her start to escalate, that's fine. Any behavior that is calmer than what she was doing before is going to get marked and rewarded. Yes, the lip licking, the tail wagging, the looking away, those are all very subtle signs that a dog is moving toward relaxation and they're not as focused on the situation. Yes. You're so cute. And this has been phenomenal. So this is a very long video, and hopefully this paired with the write-up will explain a little bit more about like doorway transitions.